Worst I ever looked. This is probably the second worst because on YouTube I look my worst on in the pictures where I gave labor birth to my kid. He took all my looks. I got out of the shower, but I wanted to make a video in the bathroom. I don't know. Well, what happened? Hold on. Never mind. Listen. I wanted to talk about I met these people that were missionaries yesterday. And I was coming home from vacation on a bus. Someone passed away. We had to go to the Poconos. I got to stay at Mount Airy Lodge. Whippy! Finally got to run away from my crazy neighbors. They have really been yanking my chain. They were in my house. My stuff was moved. I know they took stuff. I'm not going to say what it is, but they stole stuff that could have been 20 or better. They took the little sister took Harley's toys. I know I locked my door. Now I have to take everything with me because I don't trust them. What if it's medicine or vitamins? I have asthma. They took my inhaler once. They took Billy's bike. They took the seat off my bike. Come on, I know it. I can't take it anymore with the doorbell ringing all night. So you know what I did? I called them like 15, 20 times in a row to give them a headache that they're giving me. They say Spanish is wild. Well, whites could be wild too. I wanted to talk about on the way home. I was on a Greyhound bus, and I hate Greyhound, but it was an emergency because I missed the bus going to the bathroom. I thought they said on Monday 1 when it was 1:30, so I go on the bus at 1:30, and oh yeah, I get it. Here's kind of my two stories. It's a story time video. I really hope. Okay, Monica, I'm not going to talk about you. Me and Monica, we got closer than ever, but it's not about Monica. I'll make a video with me and Monica when I go to Monica's. You'll all get to know the famous Monica who has a big age gap. I'm not going to say she's a lot older, younger, well, older, but she's cool and artsy like me. We like to do things differently in the same way. It's hard to explain because it's a figure of speech of the end of this rainbow spectrum of science. But there were these missionaries, these three African American ladies. They're from Kenya. They weren't born this way, but they called themselves, one was stupid enough to say newborn Christian. Okay, born again Christians. They were preaching. They don't believe in astrology. They were right like next to me and my son. My mom was ahead. I said, Harley, I whispered, make believe he's sleeping, but he don't listen. He can't follow simple instructions. He opens the door. That's how the Gonzaleses get in. He's an idiot. Not an idiot, but he's 7. He knows. That's why. Harley, if you don't listen, you're not going to go to 3rd grade. They're going to leave you back or put you with the retards. And I'm not kidding. You're acting like a child. Grow up. He's a smart kid, but he likes to play like a kitten. He's a Leo. He's very playful. But these people won't stop preaching from Poconos to New York City, Port Authority. They wouldn't stop. I may believe I was sleeping. I could tell you, the Holy Lord of Jesus will provide what we sacrifice and the salvation. The word salvation came out like 35 times or better. I was counting. The word I do pay attention to is Washington. Or oh my God, and okay were the words I used to pay attention to. That was so 2003 and 4. We're in 2018, so it's still Washington. Used to be Columbia too, but I met a guy named Columbia, a nickname. And he does look like one of the Gonzaleses. Well, Max has been put in a home for drug addicts. He's been put in rehab after he went to jail. The judge threw the book at him. Literally threw the Bible at him. Well, they were passing out sheets on the bus to everyone, and the bus driver finally pulled over right when we get to the Port Authority at Grand Central Station. No, not Grand Central. Amtrak. New York City Port Authority. Okay, that's what it was. It was on 42nd and 8th. Then he finally said, have a nice life. I don't have to deal with people like you again. And he was African American himself. The last time I'll tell you my Greyhound stories, you watched my Hell to Seattle trip. Look that up. If you can't find it, you'll find out about my Greyhound stories, how teenagers smoke crack in the bathroom and sing their ABCs with a child on the bus. They have them young in the South. They were preaching. They wouldn't leave me alone. I tried to say I was Jewish, and I tried to say all these things, but they said God is God. And I said they did have some interesting questions. I said, does it go on and on and on and on? And where does it ever end? With space. And, well, I was stupid. I was really tired, and I gave them my real number. They kind of said, well, The only way we'll give you ours is if you give us yours. And I wanted to give them fake, but they were calling it on cue. They were going to call it then and there. And I was scared. And now they call me. I could just say, go to fucking hell. I'm just going to say there's no Elisa here. No Elisa here. You got the wrong number. Indian, Chinese, Russian. I could do any accent. Let's try the Russian accent. Oh, no. There's no Elisa here. Let's do the Chinese. Oh, no Elisa here. No, I get my puff right. Indian. Oh, no, there's no Elisa here. You got the wrong number. Let me try it again. My voice is kind of, I have a wheeze in my chest. You called the wrong number. This is my new number. You go call someone else. You don't like it here, go elsewhere. No, I'm copying some Indian woman I know. I don't like it here, go elsewhere. Oh, she can park it elsewhere. I'm not going to say who you are. Someone I know that is of Indian, that I see often, does talk like that. Because of internet privacy rules, I'm not going to give out this person's, who they are to me. But they're a friend, but I'm not going to say how. They know, I spoke to, they know the Dimitri down the block. I spoke to Ellen. Ellen Orchid, meaning Ellen Mausner. I wanted to see, as her husband is beating my Wilma, she put up a fundraiser like my mom did when she had eye cancer. So I see that Ellen's going through hell, and I thought her life was perfect, and I was so jealous. And Ellen, if you happen to ever see this video, see me look this horrible, please understand that my life ain't so perfect. You might think I'm the one with the perfect life. You might think that I'm beautiful. I can't land myself a good man, but me and Oren had it going on last night. But these Jesus freaks wouldn't stop the whole trip. They went on and on. It feels like I still hear it out of my ringer of my ears. So, I put a lot of things up online for shock value, but this is just, I've been having a lot of trouble a lot with my neighbors, and they have not been leaving me alone. They don't give me a moment's peace. They really don't. Hold on. Yeah, when I realized that something in my drawer was moved, I said, I check every fucking inch that I put everything. When I realize my bed's like this, and I see it move like this, I will know someone's in my room. I know every inch, like Danny Tanner would on Full House. Who's Bob Saget? It looks like Stephen Colbert is definitely a perv. I mean, the Bob Saget. His real-life daughters are hot, and he met Kimmy Gibbler. She grew up to be pretty. She surprised me, Andrea Barber. The rest of the girls look hot, too. But where's little Michelle? That's the question, everyone. She made that show. But it really is bothering me about these Jesus freaks because they couldn't understand or let me speak. All they wanted to do was talk, and knowing that they are right. I mean, they're obsessive people who have nothing to look forward to in their lives but Christ or religion. These are people who escape. They go to liquor, drugs, or religion. Religion is the best, or oldies concerts like my mom. But I started feeling ignored at the oldies concerts, so... And I don't want to be friends with old age home people. So you got to understand that as well. The hat comes off now because I'm sick of looking like a freaking nurse. Yeah, so they gave me many sheets. The minute I got off I was nice. I ripped it off the bus. I ripped it up. And I was just going to not take this. I was going to demand to move my seat. And I'm demanding to get my apartment moved in the building to something on the 9th floor because I can't handle it here. On the 4th floor. Yeah, I'm on the 4th floor. But I'm going to get the side where you see the Manhattan skyline. I'm going to get a high rise. Yeah, the boys broke the elevator. They got stuck in there when they locked me out of the building. I was panicking, banging on the glass. Didn't know how to get in. They said they're going to let me in with a key. And you should have seen the joy on Brandon's face. He's bad too. And I got so pissed that I took his scooter and threw it in the street. And then he tried to charge me for it. But it was working, so I ain't paying. Take me to people's car. Judge Millian will throw the book at you. Like I said, they're going to end up in jail or worse. And I'm surprised they're still living here. I would be surprised if the mother was sucking the super's dick. No, the head of the company. The super hates them. They all want them out. I mean, compared to Lisa and Patrick, who are such nice neighbors, I mean, I had 2 months of hell. That's why I haven't made videos, because they're always down my throat. And they always pop up in my videos spontaneously, even in the thunderstorm ones that are demanded to be put on YouTube. We did have a lackluster, but I think we're going to make up for it in the next month and a half. We're going to have a trough over us. It's going to give us enough boomers for a day or two. Look at my tongue ring. Look at my tongue ring. I could talk like this and hold a bucket at the same time. Yes, I have a talent. Okay. Let me try that again. How can I say the word M without actually pressing my lips? How can I say M without pressing my lips? It's a talent. Just like I could burp the alphabet or burp, I love you. It's immature. It is immature. Why am I shaking my head? I have a headache. I took a Tylenol 3 a few days ago, and then I took cough syrup with codeine because I got the cough of my life. My mom thinks I'm coughing for entirely different reasons, for attention or an OCD, but I'm really sick. When you hear me breathe when I'm sleeping, you hear a wheeze, like a voice coming out of me. And I'm not talking, but I am. It sounds like that, exactly. Wait. Exactly. I don't even know I'm making it. Listen to that again. Roll that back. Like that. Like, you know the smokers with the thing in their throats? Ones with the whole boxes? I kind of sound like one of them, and I'm probably headed that direction anyway. And I saw the movie Gigolo, Wigolo, Gigolo. I forgot the name of it, and it was funny. She had a voice box, and it's water pour right out the hole in the food. It was a Rob Schneider movie, and Rob Schneider's a funny guy. But moving on, I can't handle what's going on anymore. It's just too much commotion, stress. I mean, I get to rest, but I want to make some colorful, tasteful videos. I'm not trying to be so cynical, but I'm not trying to be skeptical. I have to be somewhere between. And Lindsay Lohan does have good music when she first started out on the Teenage Drama Queen soundtrack. You just gotta find good music. People work hard and have more talent than you think. Maybe because she worked so hard, she went the way she did. I'm so glad she turned her life around, and I will be so glad when Harvey Weinstein goes to jail, because Lindsay Lohan is covering Harvey Weinstein's ass in this case about his ex-wife, Georgina. But whatever. Kind of jealous of her anyway, because she gets, not because she's a natural redhead, I'm just jealous of her because of her life. And I always wanted to get to play Twin. There's never going to be another me, and in the Parent Trap she did. This won't go over 15 minutes, but these missionaries wanted me to travel with them, and I had to say yes to shut them up, and they say Jesus is the man, and the bee's knees will not know. So you get what I'm saying in my slang. And they were praying, and the whole ride with the Bible on their out. They slept with the Bible over their noses like this. It was so weird. And they did make sense. I was talking about the Old Testament, trying to stay away from the New Testament, but they sneaked their way into talking about the New Testament. They did, and I'm not kidding. I mean, I knew they were Jesus freaks. They were worse than any other. I mean, the one on the train was nasty, but every time I go in here, Monica knows I lose service. This is an electronic cigarette pack. You wonder what I'm smoking. I will go to Monica's, and she never seen me look this bad, though. Just got out of the shower. Okay, so